Hello. Hope everyone's doing alright. I recently played a couple of games with Owen, and obviously they were off stream, so I wanted to record some of them because I thought they were really interesting games. It's like, I don't know, 3 years or so that I would want to record. And we'll start with this one. So, obviously I'm on Amumu, and this game is not too long. You can see it's, I don't know, 33 minutes, but the one after is an absolute marathon, and that's a really good game, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm going against Jarvan, which honestly pretty good matchup for Mumu. I mean, he can stun him out of his mind. His ult really doesn't matter as long as you flash, and even then, it's really not the biggest deal. You want to get close to him anyway with your W and E, so yeah. York can always be cringe, especially with Owen's playing Kale and takes forever to scale, so that's definitely something that has to be concerning. And I really wanted to gank for Owen, but he called it off here. Just for the fact that there's not really any kill pressure. We get our first kill bot lane. I'm actually going to skip ahead because he wants to watch all of this. And the real threat for the other team is, for me at least, is going to be the Yasuo because of his Bloody Rune King that he's going to build. The Jarvan can't really do too much to me. And he forces me off because we have no prio in top lane, so I just go for insta scuttle or insta recall, or just go for the bot scuttle instead, which I think is the right call. Forcing a fight there would have been really bad with Kale, who doesn't really have any pressure. We lose a kill bot lane, but I end up trading back one, unable to kill the Zillion, and then I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the hell this TP was from the York. I really don't know. He completely wasted TP, so Owen gets a lot here. So if you have any idea what the York was doing, please let me know, because I couldn't tell you. Also, the next one, and they're going to the finals, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so we are currently 1 kill to 3, so it's not looking great. Obviously, we did lose a lot of kills bot lane, but I did manage to pull one back, but obviously, you'd rather the Smolder or the Senna get the kills, not the Mumu, but what are you going to do? But currently, all my lanes are either losing or even. Top lane you can see is losing, but it's a Kale, so that's expected. Bot lane's obviously losing by pretty hard, and our mid lane's pretty even, I would say. So got our ward cut out for us. The Jarvan does a really bad gank here, and I see him on top side, so I think I can go for Dragon here. But my bot lane and mid lane don't have any prios, so it's going to be very difficult. We also lose kill top lane. I want to at least get my ult before I can. Before I do Dragon, I end up having to smite the buff there because the Yasuo presses me. Because again, both mid lane and bot lane have prio. But I see them insta recalling. We have a ward somewhere. And I'm gonna go for Dragon. We have like some decent prio. I'm slightly scared of the Yasuo, but I think the Talia has been enough to where they should force off. Bot lane comes to help me as well, so are gonna use Dragon. Even though we probably shouldn't have been in the position to get Dragon, but hey, I'll take it. So that is a good start. So I'm gonna fast forward a little here. Owen is having a time of his life, by the way. When York, he hates York with a passion. Which, if you know anything about Owen, it fits very, very well. So I'm just gonna do a full clear here. Grubs are up. Amumu is probably the best champion in the game to do grubs, because you can just stand in the middle and hit all three with your E and just spam these. But then I see I want to go for bot lane. Bot lanes are easily our worst lane right now. If I can get like at least 1 kill, I have my ult obviously as well. This would really help go a long way. So I get a nice stun on the Ezreal, good Q. Zillion gets his ult off, but he kind of insanely he still kills the Squatter, which is kind of crazy, but oh well. We do at least kill the Ezreal. And for some reason, the Jarvan, who I figured would be in grubs, hasn't even started them yet. Finally goes on them now. Obviously, I can't really do much about that. No ult, just basing. But I'm very happy to trade Dragon for grubs. I think Dragon's obviously always going to be more important. Owen is currently getting absolutely smoked, by the way, in top lane. He already lost his tier 1, which is not ideal. And is currently not the happiest person in the world, obviously. I'm not exactly sure what the Jarvan's doing, I can't lie. I guess did he go AFK? I didn't watch like the entire replay, so he might have gone AFK. I couldn't tell you. Just clearing right now. I always build the injuries first on Amumu. I think that's very important. If you can get your first injuries part on your first recall, that's amazing. If you can't get that, at least get the Ruby Crystal and a Tome, in my opinion. But Amumu just works so well with the injuries, it's kind of stupid. My ult should be up now, so I'm just gonna sprint at bot lane. They are pretty pushed up. I get a nice Q. My ult is really nice, and we get a very clean gank there. And that is really not a game-turning fight, but a very evening fight. My bot lane is a bit room to breathe, and Zillion used his ult, so it's really good for the game so far. Unfortunately, Owen did die top lane, and he is incredibly upset at this point. But the York, in my opinion, overextends very bad here, and dies for kind of nothing. Died for like a plate. And between me and the Talia, he almost killed the Talia to be fair, but does die there. And that does help at least relieve some pressure off top lane. And now the fact that we get a kill bot lane is really big. And you're gonna see, by the way, this is Ezreal was not hit with the Dragon. You'll see like a lot of that. But the fact that we got to kill bot lane and we can kind of pincer this Zillion, we got him to use his flash. We don't even need to chase for this, but the Jarvan ends up throwing and also flashes, so this is looking really good for us. The only real threat here is the Orc, but I'm not gonna lie, our Senna is absolutely cooking him here. Slow down the speed a little. The Senna and the Talia got a lot of good damage on him. I throw the Q really bad, but I still get 2 with my ult. The Zillion ult's pretty good. Honestly, a really bad flash by me, but at least I waste some the Yorick and the Zillion's time, but we do get 2 kills on the end of it, which, considering the circumstances, how bad my flash was, is pretty good. And we end up staying, and I'm not really sure why the Israel stays there, because, I mean, you know, we could just tread them, as we do, so a little greedy from the enemy team. It was a fair 2 for 2 there, but they ended up losing 4 kills there, so that's pretty good. And this allows Owen to get a lot of the tier 1 in top, which is really good, because he is very far behind, as you can see, in CS. Actually, York already has his first item, and Owen is not even close to his, wait, he's building Asher's first, I'd imagine. So we restart Dragon again. I don't have my ult, but I do still go for this fight. And I think our focus was really good here. Again, I think my Senna, honestly, my entire team was pretty good, but the Senna and the Talia especially really were playing well together. Unfortunately for me, I don't know what I was really doing there other than dying. Helping the Talia was really stupid there because she was dead regardless. Owen comes in with KO. So this is the complete 5v5. And unfortunately we don't win this because the York is insanely strong right now because he does have Eclipse. But the important thing is they don't get Dragon yet, so I can just come down when I yeah, Ezreal is incredibly upset. But yeah, I respawn and I have ult very soon, so we're still looking alright. So you can't say I've not been playing a fantastic game so far, but I mean it's been better than the Jarvan at least, to be fair. And I see that's an opportunity. If we can kill this Yorick bot lane, we can 100% get Dragon here. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how that Q fits. That Q looked insane, and I ult him just to make sure of the kill. Maybe I don't have to ult him there, but who knows? Better safe than sorry, right? And in turn of us getting second Dragon, they'll get Rift Hero, which is whatever. I'd always rather get Dragon than Rift or Grove, so all good there. And my son is doing a fantastic job of zoning them off, so there. So we end up getting second Dragon. And at this point, I think you could call us favored. You know, especially the first 10 minutes were pretty rough, with top lane losing really bad and bot lane losing a couple of kills, but mid laner's gotten some really nice roams off, gotten a lot of kills farming in team fights. Our bot lane's pretty much back even, I'd say they're pretty ahead even maybe. And Owen is still scaling, even though he's pretty far off. They are getting very far into my jungle, I did not realize that. But then I go for recommit, and I see the Yasuo here, and Owen kind of beats the Yasuo in, and we just have to like, obviously Fog of War, he doesn't see Italia or Vicena, even though I don't think Vicena did anything. They're doing damage to him. So that's just a free kill. And overall, I'm just, looking to farm. No objectives are up, so just gotta roam the map, farm, see if there's any opportunities for a quick pick. And meanwhile, I mean, we just have a really good scaling comp, so eventually we will get to a point where, we are just gonna win team fights. We're not there just yet, I would say, especially with on being still kind of far ahead. But we do get bot tier 1, which is really nice. And now I sense we can just jump this Yorick. This Yorick 100% should have gotten out a million years ago. And unfortunately, he does get away just in time. And I have backing. Now Owen, ends up getting jumped. He gets a little too far. And I end up rushing to try to save him. But unfortunately, it is a little too late for that. And I gotta protect the tier 2 as best as I can. There's no objectives up, so it's not really a major loss of my time. And yeah, it's annoying getting harassed by your Qs and stuff, but it's not the end of the world. And my team helps me fight them off, so we can reset here. And I went Thornmail because they're like actually all AD except for the Zillion, so I thought that made the most sense. I also went Steel Couch for the reason. But if I'm not going Thornmail first, I'll go Abyssal Mask or King of Griffin. Depends if my team has a lot of AP or not, and the other team has a lot of AP. But the Yorick, like my incredibly greedy dies for it. The Ezreal isn't happy about that. And you can see, like, I'm not really playing well, far from it, but Amumu is very forgiving as long as you have somewhat of a team to play behind. And to be fair, I have a really nice Talia, really good Talia. Violin is very solid. I can rely on Owen to scale. And right now I'm just trying to clear Vision. Potentially looking to do Baron in the future. And we have some Vision in bot lane, and the fight might break out, so I go do there, because again, I'm one of the best initiators in the game. And this Jarvan is very caught out, but I end up missing the Q, but the Zillion's even more caught out, so it ends up not really mattering. My ult isn't great there. I've mentioned one of the things that I struggle with on Amumu, even though he's my most played champ, is I get very greedy with my ult. Ideally, you want at least 2, but I go for like 3, which isn't what you want to do. I mean, at this point, you could 100% say I should ult like right now, and I probably should have ulted like a second sooner. And it's not mattering, but that's a thing to look out for when I'm playing Amumu. It's a nice stun on Yasuo, and Smoder's getting some really nice damage in. And he has like a good amount of stacks now, so we're just hard winning this team fight. We killed 2, especially Jungler being one of them, so we can get this dragon very easily. I've thrown before by like trying to like go over the wall there to claim a kill, but dragon's way more important than trying to chase a kill. Talia's on it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And you can see the Israel is not happy with that. So you could chalk this game up to having better laners, especially mid lane. But I think it's more than that. I mean, Yasuo I don't think is playing horrible in the slightest. I think I'm making the right decisions at the very least in terms of what fights I go for, if the pick's available I'm going for it. You can see like the Yorick was easily called out like 3 times, and that's just a pick. You gotta recognize that as a movement. Now, none of this matters if you have no team to like, unless you're like insanely fed as a movement, you're never gonna truly kill someone in 1v1, like 99% of the time. So you do need laners behind you, but as long as you can recognize those opportunities, you're like halfway there. Another fight will break out in mid here, at least it looks like. But the Yasuo, fair play, does support push very well, so probably ends up backing for to answer him. And we're just looking for an opportunity to get a good fight in here. And this is basically the game over fight. If we win this fight, we can probably, at least cleanly, we can get Baron here. So I'm just looking for a good engage. I ideally would want to ult the Ezreal and Yasuo, maybe the Zillion. Jarvans aren't really a threat right now, at least to me. And Yorick gets a little too far forward here. I go for an ult. I get 2, Yorick and Zillion, that's not too bad. And I'm waiting for Jarvan ults, because I know he has it. Instantly flash out. I know I'm a target there, so I can just back up, and team cleans up. Especially Italia again, very, very well played. Yeah, and we just steps to clean up after that. Also, Kill ult is probably the best in the game, so or one of the best in the game. So. And the only one that lived is Ezreal. Unfortunately, kills the Senna, but doesn't live too much longer after that. And we were maybe a little too low to get Baron, so we just end up getting the mid-tier one, which I think is a very fair trade. And some of these clips probably are on my shorts. If you are curious, you're not crazy. They are some of them were uploaded to shorts. Like that fight, I know for a fact was uploaded as a short. I remember. And they're doing alright, so I appreciate if you are watching them. You know, it helps. And currently, we're just looking to do Baron. I guess we could have done Baron potentially after that fight, but I don't know. We had a lot of people that were low, so I don't think it's insane that we didn't do Baron after that fight win. But the Jarvan just gets caught out here by the Talia, so not really much to say there. And after that, we call. I think the call is made to do Baron, if I remember correctly. I should be going now, theoretically. Yeah, I'm going up to do Baron now. And the only thing else that matters right now is Dragon. But currently we're just trying to get Baron well. Our mid laner overextends a little here, but she's incredibly fed, so it doesn't really end up mattering. And if it breaks out, but I don't really. I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make, including myself. Fighting after you get Baron, you want to reset at least. You're always going to be at least a little low when it comes to that. So that's what we end up doing. I want to wait at least a little bit, but I was told to do it pretty quickly here. I was just scared of the Jarvan steal, but he is not even a close impact. We do drag it, so if they're putting this under there, we'll put her. And, you know, this Dragon's pretty free. I mean, they can't really contest. We're super far ahead now. Ezreal does try to ult Jarvan close with the steal. And we end up getting, I believe, we also we got the Zealand as well. So, I mean, this game's like borderline over. I mean, this, I think they've been at like borderline 15 kills for like the last like 10 minutes. They're still not surrendering. Ezreal is still extremely angry. Owen finally is starting to truly scale as Zenidale, so that's good for him. And you can see like how fed my Talia and my supporters, to be fair as well, and honestly my entire team. York gets caught out again, side laning a little too much. He doesn't know wards down as well, which is kind of crazy for that, but oh well. So another free kill, and then again recognizing that that guy is a free kill, and I can isolate a guy that's overextending split pushing. So that's what it's really all about. I think we can catch out the hard Jarvan there. Nah, it's a Fabulous coming out of there. And one more fight would be the difference maker. I catch out the Ezreal, but I missed the second Q that would give the kill. But the Jarvan, you know, just commits suicide. I hit this, I forget what they're called, but the revealers, and it reveals the Ezreal, who I thought was done backing, but wasn't. So, honestly, I mean, that's a free kill. I might as well take it. No one thanks me because I did something really stupid, but it worked out. And I did use flash through. I don't even know if the kill was like 100% worth it, but hey, I don't think it's a bad thing to necessarily kill the enemy DC. Fair. I'm gonna skip ahead. We get like more kills mid lane. We do end up losing the Senna. It doesn't really matter, and we've gotten. All we really need is like one more Baron. We have Soul. We have you know, we even have a 1 tier 2 already, which is nice. One more good engage would be it. So we auto screw mid lane, and you can see the game-ending fight here is coming up soon. Ezreal was split pushing. I think he just gave up at this point, to be fair. Not that he's like playing insane, but but you can see the game-ending fight. I don't want to throw, but you know, we are super ahead. One decent engage should be more than enough here. Just looking for the right time to engage. Talia answered the Ezreal's split pushing, by the way. I don't want to ult. I ult very late there, I'm not gonna lie, but ulting the Yasuo is probably the best one I could do. so it's alright. Jarvan goes back in for some reason, which I'm not exactly sure why. The Yorick almost kills the Smolder, but to be serious, the Smolder's actually fighting very well, so that is the end of the game here. As you can see, the only guy that's left is a Zillion, and he can't really do anything. I think I Q him here. I do, yeah. And, yeah. So, I think it just goes to show we eventually did scale, but good laners will eventually find ways to win. So, you can see, like Vectalia, we didn't start off anything special, but got a lot of kills in team fights, and eventually just became a god that would one-shot everybody. And same with, like, the Smolder. Even, like, I went scale at the end very well, so, yeah. That will be the first of, like, 2 or 3 games I'll show. We can see the, can I see the stats? I don't know if I can do that. It's this game. Oh, yeah, stats, here we go. So, you just see, solid game. I don't even think I played well. Only 2 deaths, so it was pretty good, but at the end it kind of came around. And, yeah. So, I'm gonna end the first video there.